everyone, this is Katherine and she has visited 5 continents in the past 6 months through EF Gap Year. For the past 6 weeks, she has been living in Tokyo, and today we are going to learn more about her worldly travels through being a student for the 2022 to 2023 EF Gap Year. So within the past 6 months, you have visited 5 out of the 7 continents. What has been your favorite continent?
I loved my time in South America when I was in Peru. We were going around to all the small towns and helping out in the various communities. It was a very eye-opening experience, and we got to really shift our perspectives and see how these people lived. We were farming potatoes, and it was just an incredible time.
With travel comes inconveniences, setbacks, culture shock, and constant life as a foreigner. What has been your biggest challenge this far?
It has been a constant struggle when we move hotels and switch up rooms every 3 to 4 days. But in those moments, you just have to find your friends and find the balance of doing all these things, because there's so much excitement with moving and seeing something new literally it feels like every 5 minutes, and how fast time flies. But it is very jarring, especially when you meet some really great people, but then you have to go meet some other great people over here, and you sometimes wish you could both have both sets of great people. But the nice thing is we can organize our own trips. So there has been opportunities where we've merged the groups, and we've been able to meet those people that we both really love in the 2 different places, and we've been able to spend time together.
So after Europe and South America, you went home for about a month for winter break and spent time with friends and family. How was returning and reuniting with your EF friendships, and how did your worldly perspective shift in Australia and New Zealand?
My favorite part was walking into my first flight to New Zealand, and I saw literally half of the program was on my flight, and it was such a sweet reunion just to see everyone in the airport. And it was really the first time that this semester I hadn't been missing what I had in high school. I really was able to just fully be present and love my friends here and be fully committed to where I was, without having to think back to like, oh, I used to live this past life in high school. Like, no, this is my life now. Like, I get to travel with these amazing people, and it's just been a blast.
You've been non-stop traveling since September, and you're now living in Tokyo, which is one of the last destinations of your EF Gap Year. Describe to me the things you were learning, your travel opportunities around Japan, and how you have learned to appreciate living in the world's most populated city.
Living in this city has been absolutely amazing and a whirlwind, and the biggest challenge on EF's Gap Year so far. I found that living in such small quarters, yet we don't really see each other very often. My friends that live in my building, so we have to actually carve out time to see each other, but when we do, it's so much worth it. And we get to go explore this amazing city, and it's vast, and there's everything to do here. I feel like we could do 6 different things on one given day. And I've had the privilege to take a couple weekend trips. The most impactful that stood out to me was going to Hiroshima. Just seeing that city, and it's a city we know about from our American history classes, and we know the atom bomb was dropped there. But it was incredibly sombering to actually see the effects and see this city and see the residents of this city now. And it was really eye-opening as an American to see just how what we did impacted this country in a way that I was not aware of before.
So Katherine, you've gone to the cafe that Ernest Hemingway wrote his books at, you walked past the Colosseum every day as you lived in Rome, you hiked Machu Picchu, you snorkeled the Great Barrier Reef, and you visited Mount Fuji in Japan, as well as lived in Tokyo for 6 weeks. How have you learned to appreciate the little things as you've checked off so many bucket list items through your travel experiences?
That's been a very big one, especially on the days where you don't have as much adventure, which you need to have. Like, there's days where I need to rest. But some really nice moments have been, I remember a morning in Italy, my host mom made me fresh orange juice, and we just sat out on the balcony and enjoyed the morning sun and drank some really nice orange juice. And it was a good day, and I did my laundry, and it was one of my favorite memories. Along with, there was a day that we didn't have much to do in Melbourne, Australia. We were just kind of wandering around, and we stumbled upon a free modern art museum, and we just all spent some time in there, looked at the art, messed around with each other, and it ended up also being a wonderful day, and just so many memories from these little moments in between the big travel things that just make the adventure even better.
And that wraps up the end of our interview with Katherine today. Thank you so much for letting us get to know about your travels during the past 6 months.